This is the World of Tanks Advent Calendar, December 2nd, 2021. This vehicle is the Lowe. It's pronounced Lowe. It means lion. This is a Tier 8 German heavy tank. This vehicle is one of the first vehicles I ever owned. I'm going to show you what the selling price is. I owned this tank and I sold it. It's selling for $9,775 at 15% off. It's offered periodically. Like maybe once a year you might be able to get it, but it's not the type of thing where you can get it frequently. It's an okay tank. There's people that think it's a great tank. I'm not happy with it. It's actually, the specifications are kind of average or poor in many areas. We're going to look at them right now. I have all of the premium heavy tanks, and the Lowe is over here on the right. You can see the damage is average. You can see the penetration is average, but it's a high average. For example, you see that the 112 has only 196, and the IS6 only has 196. 234 for Tier 8 means you're going to have higher penetration than most of the tanks in Tier 8, except for example, the T34, which is right here, which isn't that much higher. And the gun depression is really good if you like gun depression. The dispersion is 0.32. German guns are very accurate, so that's why the dispersion is really good. I remember one thing I really liked about playing the Lowe, it is good for sniping. If you are at a distance, you're going to be more accurate. The aim time is 2.74. That's kind of high. For example, the KB5 aim time is only 206. Hull armor, kind of average. And the turret armor is low. So the turret armor is actually the weakest out of all the vehicles that I added. I might have skipped a few. The top speed is low at 35, and spot range is probably kind of average. They're all about the same. Hit points, average. So basically, it's an average tank, weaker than some of the others. Good for sniping. You've got autoloaders. I didn't add all the autoloaders, but you do have a couple of autoloaders. I would recommend, if you want armor, go for the T-34, but you got to try and be hull down. The Defender used to be overpowered. I love the VK. It's going to be a little slow. I like the E75TS. The E75TS is a vehicle that's most similar to the Lowe, and I prefer to play the E75TS. If you can get the Mutant, that's fun to play. Strong frontal armor. Chrysler GF used to be overpowered, but it still has strong frontal armor. I would recommend get the 703-2. This is my favorite Tier 8 heavy tank. Can't get it, get the IS-3A. They're both autoloaders. Armor's pretty decent. I would say choose between E75TS, VK, 703-2, the IS-3A. 50 TP, they've got good things about them. T-34, the Lowe, I don't know. I would pass on it. If you're talking about only German tanks, I'm going to show you what the German heavies are. You've got the E75TS, the VK. I would say they're both better. I would rather have both of them than the Lowe. So I sold very few of my tanks, and that was one of them. And I have no plans to buy it back. So there are 3 heavy tank lines. It's worth it to get premium heavy tanks for Germany. You're going to eventually want to play the Maus. The E100 is really fun. The Mauschen's fun. The Tier 8 VK is fun. The rest of them I wouldn't call fun. But there's good things about German heavy tanks. E100, Maus, and Mauschen, some of the best tanks in the game. Also, this Panzer Kampfwagen 7 got good armor. Okay, so My advice, look at the other tanks. The Lowe is not that great of a tank. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.